My alarm sounds. 15 minutes before something terrible happens. My alarm started ringing 15 minutes before every disaster. The first time was my neighbour's accident. The sharp, annoying beep woke me up. I turned it off without thinking. 15 minutes later, the crash. His car slammed into the corner pole. He died instantly. The second time was worse. The alarm went off at 2:18 a.m. When I unlocked my phone, an address appeared. My aunt's apartment. Something told me to run. When I arrived, smoke was already seeping under the door. I went in, coughed until I couldn't breathe, and managed to get her out. The kitchen exploded seconds later. The firefighters said the fire started at 2:33, exactly 15 minutes later. I thought it was coincidence. But then another came, and another. The app didn't exist. I couldn't find it in the menu. It didn't show on the app list, and I couldn't uninstall it. It just appeared when it wanted. Always the same format. A title, fatal fall, invisible fire. He didn't see it coming. An address, and an exact time. Always 15 minutes ahead. I tried to ignore it, only once. It was a Saturday. The alarm rang at 6:47 p.m, but I decided to stay home. At 7:02, I saw the news. A child had fallen from the mall balcony. It was my nephew. He was with his mother. He slipped from her hand, ran, leaned over. I could have made it. I could have saved him. Since then, I responded to every alert. I lived in emergency mode, dressed to go, backpack ready. I learned to read the signs and move fast. Sometimes I saved lives. Other times, I just arrived to see the wreckage. Every night I slept less. My body aged, but I couldn't stop. If the phone vibrated, I ran. I started noticing strange things. It was always me who showed up. No one else. No other witnesses. No heroes beyond me. At every scene, people looked at me like they knew I would appear, like I was part of the script. Some even asked, "Are you the one with the phone?" And once, a woman hugged me in tears and said, "Thank you for coming back." Coming back from where? One night, at 2:42 a.m, it rang again. But this time, the message was different. "You know how this works? Now it's your turn." I froze. The phone vibrated again. Address, 14 Maple Street time, 3:12 a.m. Title, Last Chance. I grabbed my keys and ran. The house was at the end of a dead-end street. Everything was silent, but the smell of gas was strong. I knocked on the door. Nothing. I pushed with my shoulder until it gave way. A girl about 5 years old was curled up in the corner, trembling. I picked her up and ran. The explosion threw us into the yard. Glass, fire, pain. But she lived. I did too. I was covered in cuts. My left ear was ringing, but I felt peace. Hours later, in the hospital, I checked my phone. There was only one word. You did it. And the app closed forever.